girlies, it's Carmen and welcome to Crochet With Me. Another installment of Crochet With Me. Today I'm going to show you how I roll yarn back into a ball. And I will be talking about true crime because I am obsessed with true crime, you guys. If you have been listening to my podcast that I share with my friend Sonia, all I've been watching has been Forensic Files, and now just today I moved on to another show called FBI Files, but that is neither here nor there. Let me talk about what I'm wearing, you guys. My good friend Rebecca, hi Becca, her fiance, he made me this Iron Cow beanie. Look, it's so cute, you guys. If you don't know, I love cows and I like Iron Man, so Iron Cow is basically the best thing ever. I just don't like to wear this out because I'm afraid, like, I don't want to wash it, you guys. Like, because he said he just did it with Sharpie, so it should be okay, but I'm just scared to wash it, and I don't want it to wash away. So that's why I don't wear it out. But I think I look good. Oh, and I'm also going to show off my Deadpool pajama top. I got it from my boyfriend. Hi, Taylor. And I think it's cute. He also gave me matching pajama bottoms, but I'm not wearing them because I'm wearing leggings. These leggings. I mean, I could put them on, but they are in the laundry basket, which that is where this will go in a second. Because it's laundry day. Anyway, so the yarn that I am using is this yarn that I used for my shawl. So I'm just going to show you how I roll it back up. So as you can see, it's a really loose ball. So usually what I do is I roll it back into a ball when I'm done. But I've been waiting to record this, and I was really sick for just like coughing, not like physically ill sick, but I've just been waiting to record because I've been sick basically. And I wanted to use this ball because you're already familiar with this yarn. So anyway, enough explanation, right? Let me adjust this video. Now you can't see Iron Cow as well. Cowie Stark. No, that doesn't work. So I will roll it back up here. But basically what I do is I take this. Also, if you're a makeup person, I'm wearing Put It On by NYX because my good friend Rhea, hi Rhea, she gave me this lipstick for Christmas. It's great. So it comes out like this, out of this ball. And then what I do is I tie it up. So I wrap it around my arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 usually. And then I tie it in a bow. Voila. And then I start rolling it. So usually what I do is I put it between these two fingers and then I just wrap it up like that. You see? And then once I get like a decent enough ball, then I move it and then I twist it in a different way. See how me going this way is different than the yarn going this way? You guys, this is technical terms right here. I hope you are enjoying these technical terms. So roll, 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 roll. Okay, now once I get a decent ball again, I turn it and then roll in the perpendicular direction of the way that I just rolled. So if you can see here, it creates a cross this way, then this way. And once again I get a decent enough ball, then I move it 90 degrees so that the direction I was going is now the direction that was facing me. I don't know if that makes any sense, you guys. But now I go diagonal again. Roll, 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 roll. And it basically covers up this little section of yarn from the first ball. And again, I go turn it around, perpendicular, and I roll again. And this is what I do until all the yarn is done. So now that I'm rolling, I can talk about true crime. So I've always kind of been into true crime, basically CSI and Law and Order, all that stuff got me into it. I was actually really scared of it when I was a wee youngin'. So if you guys live in the States and you used to watch America's Most Wanted, y'all know what I'm talking about. It was super scary. Like, I would get nightmares of, like, murderers and kidnappers coming into our house and, like, killing me. Basically, that still happens. That still happens. I don't know if you ever grow out of it, especially if you're a woman, because people are scary out there. Pretty scary. Look, I'm almost already done. But yeah, I've been into true crime for a really long time. Most recently, I've been into a lot of podcasts. But like I said, I've been watching Forensic Files and FBI Files and a lot of stuff on Netflix. Whew. For example, I have a whole list here. Look at all this. Look at all this. So I watched True Crime, which is an Australian show, and it's basically reenactments of actual crimes, and then they tell you, like, what happens and all that stuff. They have a lot of, like, really interesting crimes over there in Australia. It's also very interesting because it's like Native Americans here, you deal with a lot of, like, cultural issues, which I like but also don't like because I don't like racism, you guys. Isn't that weird? There's also The Great Train Robbery. That was a British, like, it's also a recreation, but I like that one because it's, like, told from the robber's point of view first, and then the next episode is from the cop's point of view. So I think it's really interesting because you don't get the whole story in the robber's point of view. You get, like, the secondary story from, like, catching them. You get from the cop's point of view, so I think it's really cool. There's also The Hunt with the same guy that did America's Most Wanted, John Walsh, I think. That was some intense. That's just like America's Most Wanted, where you're like, oh, some of these people are still out there. Still crazy. Super, super crazy. There's also New Detectives, which is like, these are new ways, like, when they were coming up, like, these are new ways we catch bad guys. So I like that part of the storytelling. I really like that. There's also another one called Partners in Crime, which is more like the Asia version. So that's kind of gory though. So if you don't like true, like, they show bodies, like, Forensic Files also shows bodies, but the older episodes. But this was like 2012 and they still showed, and I was like, whoa, okay, whoa, ease up on the gas there, China / Taiwan / Hong Kong, you know. So that one has subtitles for all the people who don't speak English, but some of the episodes do speak English, so that was kind of hard to watch because I like doing stuff while I'm watching Netflix, so that one I had to, like, wait a second, they're speaking Chinese there, rewind, read, play. There's also The Detectives, which is just, I think it was just like 3 episodes, and that was in Norway. I don't remember much about that one because I watched that a long time ago, like a whole year ago. And then there's also, of course, Making a Murder. Intense, you guys, intense. And then Murder Maps, which is also a British show, but that was, oh, you guys, I'm done. I'll show you how I finish it off. But anyway, Murder Maps, that was basically, I don't know, they say it was like mapping murder around Britain, but it was kind of like old-timey crimes, and then it was more like, there wasn't really a lot of maps. I don't remember much about that one. It's kind of forgettable. It was good, but forgettable. And then what else have I watched? That's it. But the podcast, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, the podcasts that I've been listening to have been Serial, of course. Serial. True Murder, which if you go back and listen to like the 7-year-old, 8-year-old ones, they're kind of hard to listen to. That's where I am still, because there's a lot of like, it's recorded off the radio, so there's still a lot of like radio static, and it's kind of hard to listen to. And then there's like ads that play at the beginning and the end, so you kind of have to get through it, or you can just listen backward, like from the latest episode and back if you want to do that. But whatever, up to you. I like Sword and Scale. That one's a good one. It's like a radio produced program. So he plays like I forget his name, sorry. But he plays like music at the end, and he does a lot of like, he kind of goes through like recent crimes. Like he talks about Oscar Pistorius. I can't pronounce that last name, but the Olympian that, you know, had the blades for legs. You know what I mean? The blades for legs, and he killed his girlfriend, so he kind of goes through that trial. But he also talks about like real true crime. I don't know if that makes sense. Like true crime that's actually happening. So it's kind of hard to make. It's kind of hard. Oh, and True Murder, it's basically it's basically an author, and he interviews other authors who wrote true crime books. So it's a little different. And then Sword and Scale is more about like from our point of view looking into true crime, because he's not really like an author or anything, or he's more like a reporter, I guess. Are podcasters reporters? My Favorite Murder, that's a good one, because it's basically like me. This is basically My Favorite Murder. It's basically two women talking about their favorite murder, and I really like that each episode is like my first favorite murder, and then my second, like, they incorporate the number in the name of the podcast episode, which I really like. Let me go through it. So the first episode is called My Firstest Murder. The second episode is called My Second Best Murder. The third episode is called Our Favorite Thirder. Get it? The fourth episode is called Go Forth and Murder. The fifth episode is called 5 Favorite Murders, and so on and so forth. So I really like it, but I can't remember how many episodes. I'm probably only like 5 episodes in, because I kind of just discovered it. And then the last one I like, and people are undecided. This is a very like, this podcast is more like, you either hate it or you like it. It's called Criminal. I like it, and that's why I keep listening to it. And I'm almost caught up. Oh, I am caught up on it. So there's only like 20 or so episodes. But I think it's really good. There's a woman named Phoebe Judge, and she talks about different parts of crime, if that makes sense. So I guess the full podcast is called This is Criminal. But basically, like, okay, let's go through. So, like, episode 38, it was March of 2016. This episode was about a woman in 1857, and she was a serial poisoner. So it talks about all aspects of that life, of that person. But then the episode that I just listened to, or an episode that I listened to recently, oh, so there was also one called Brownie Lady, and she was kind of like the weed brownie lady of San Francisco, kind of. Yeah, pot brownies. And so that's kind of like criminal, because it was a crime back when she started doing that, which doesn't say in the description here. There's also one about, if you're like a big Harry Potter fan, you know the fan site, The Leaky Cauldron. That woman was being stalked by someone in Australia or something like that. And that was a really interesting episode, because I never knew about that when I was into The Leaky Cauldron and all that. So there was one episode where I can't find it now. Okay, so there's a 2-parter. 51 is called The Money Tree. Yeah, 51 is called The Money Tree, and it was about this woman whose identity got stolen way early in her life, like even before college. And then 52 is like a continued episode of that. It's kind of related, so there's like a spoiler warning on episode 52, but it's about sociopaths, and it's where I learned I'm not a sociopath, because sociopaths don't care if they're sociopaths, but if you But if you are actively worried that you are a sociopath, like, oh my god, I exhibit these tendencies, am I a sociopath? Then you're not a sociopath, because sociopaths don't worry about if they're sociopaths or not. But non-sociopaths worry if they're not, if they are. Does that make sense? So if you're worried you are a sociopath, you're not a sociopath. And if you're not worried you're a sociopath, you're probably a little sociopathic. Like, you know what I mean? That episode explores sociopaths and how a lot of them are harmless, but some of them are kind of crazy. You know, a lot of politicians are sociopaths, you know, journalists, stuff like that. Anyway, I thought I really like Criminal. It's probably one of my favorites, and I love Sword and Scale, except sometimes it gets too creepy for me, so, you know, too much at a time. That is where I will leave you with true crime, and then I will finish my ball. Okay, so now that you have finished this, sorry for rambling so long, you guys. Now that you have finished this, it doesn't matter how long a tail you leave. It depends. It's all up to you. So once you finish, you go through the motions again, but this time, kind of hold the ball upright. So this is the top. So hold the ball upright, and then instead of going diagonal or whatever, you go straight across. And then once you get to this little tail here, you tuck it in. Let me show you. You tuck it in. Right there. Right there, right there. Oh my god, my nails are too long for this. You tuck it in. Oh my god, my nails are too long for this. You tuck it in a couple times so that it doesn't escape. But yeah, I usually do it closer to the end here. Tuck it in, tuck it in. I apologize for nothing. I apologize for nothing. And there you go, a little yarn ball. And then if you want to use this yarn again, you pull this out. You undo this knot. Like so. And you can use this yarn. And it comes out just like this. Ta-da! And that's how I do my yarn balls. So anything bigger than that, it takes forever. And then, like I said, when I was doing this one, I could have taken it apart and then done 2 separate yarn balls, but that would have meant I would have needed to take it all apart and then rolled it up into balls and then crocheted with it, and I was like, yo, that is way too much effort for me to do at all, period. I'm done. Done! Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you enjoy true crime as well, and if there's anything I should check out if I like true crime. I really want to get into reading true crime books, but I haven't quite ventured into that aspect of true crime yet, even though I have a Kindle and I can read it. So I should. I really should. But yeah, let me know if you like my Iron Cow hat, beanie, and my Deadpool pajama top. And my lipstick, because I really like this lipstick. It looks so cool. I look so cool, you guys. I look so cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.